You need to know that you serve a God who prepares the room on your behalf. He goes ahead of you, preparing things for you before you've even stepped into the room. I was reading through 2 Kings and I came across 2 Kings 8, where it speaks about this woman who Prophet Elisha at the time had raised her son from the dead. So he had performed this incredible miracle for her. And afterwards he told her, go take your son and go live in a different land because the Lord is about to strike this land with famine. You don't want to be here for that. So she took her son, they moved somewhere else. And after that time was done, she was like, I want to return back home. I want to go live back in my house. Her plan was to go before the king and ask him if she could have her possessions and her house back, which I can imagine must have been a very scary thing for her to go and ask, for this woman to go step in front of a king. Like, who is she to enter the king's courts? What I can imagine is that she must have been thinking over all the things she was going to say to the king, like we do. We overthink, what am I going to say? How am I going to say it? How am I going to say it in a way that he's going to say yes? She must have been overthinking. But as she was on her way, it just so happened that Elisha's servant was having a conversation with the king about all the amazing things that Elisha had done in his time, because the king wanted to hear. And as this woman stepped into the room, would you know it, that Elisha's servant just so happened to be speaking about the miracle that Elisha performed in her life by raising her son from the dead. Coincidence? I don't think so. So she literally steps into the room and the servant is shocked. He's like, wait, that's her here right now. And that's her son. That's the one I spoke about. So the king must have been in awe and he asked her, wait, for real, is this story true? Everything I heard. So she told her side of the story. And because of those things, she found favor in the eyes of the king. In 2 Kings 8 verse 6, it says that she told the king the story and then he directed one of his officials to see that everything she had lost was restored to her, including the value of any crops that had been harvested during her absence. So not just did she get back the things that she lost, but she got things that she didn't even ask for, that she didn't even work for. Look at God right there. What are the chances timing-wise? This story shows that our God goes ahead of us when we don't even know that he's preparing the room. He's preparing the room. This is the type of God we serve. This is the God you serve. When you call on him for help, when you place your expectancy on him for whatever room you're about to step into, best believe he's going to come through in ways that are above and beyond what you can ask, think, or imagine yourself. God goes ahead of you. He prepares the room for those who love him.